Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It's your guy, PLUNGE. And up next in this video, what we're going to be dealing with is the Baltimore Ravens in pursuit of Odell Beckham. Now, you guys know I have not been a proponent of the Baltimore Ravens signing Odell Beckham Jr., but that take was based on more guys being available before free agency started, you know. And so at this point, Odell Beckham seems to be the best available wide receiver left. And so my thought is, if you're going to keep messing around with him and be rumored to, want him on your team, then just go ahead and sign him. And so, according to this article, the Baltimore Ravens offered him a noteworthy deal, whatever that means. And so, Baltimore sometimes it's kind of like the young kid that you keep telling, don't go near the hot stove or you'll get burned, but they keep going there anyway. So my thought at this point is that if you keep going near the hot stove, then go ahead and cook. Go ahead and learn how to cook. So that's where I am with the Baltimore Ravens. Just go ahead and sign him, right? Because at this point, he can't hurt the Baltimore Ravens wide receiver room. He could only improve it. Okay. So I'm gonna name a few benefits, even though I was not a proponent of it, of Odell Beckham being on the team. And the first benefit that I see is that he has the cachet to be a leader and mentor for the younger wide receivers. And that is something the Baltimore Ravens have not had in the Lamar Jackson era, if the Lamar Jackson era continues. But, they haven't had that. They haven't had a guy who could walk in the room who's been arguably the best at his position at one point in his career. And some of these guys probably grew up idolizing Odell Beckham's game. Okay. And so I think because of that cachet, he can certainly be a mentor and a leader. And I know, his leadership skills may be in question, but Odell hasn't really been a distraction as a player. What has been a distraction is his desire to get the ball. What has been a distraction is Odell Beckham's popularity and stardom. That's what's been a distraction. But I think that he as a player has not really been a distraction. Okay. Um, Another benefit I see is that he could help the younger receivers, Bateman, Duvernay, maybe even Aguilar, although Aguilar's 29, he could help them become better receivers. Odell Beckham, if nothing else, has elite route running. He has elite hands and he has elite eye-hand coordination. And we understand that Bateman, Duvernay, and Aguilar have all had issues with drops. They've had all have had issues with right place, right time. And so, if nothing else, he can teach them and help them understand hand placement, route running, positioning, all those kind of things, which will certainly have the potential to increase their productivity on the field. So I think that's another benefit. Another benefit is I think that if nothing more than in name alone, when he steps on the field, it will at least cause defenses to honor his position. Like there's times last year where you watched, defenses literally not really pay any attention to Baltimore Ravens receivers. And, so they would put 8 and 9 in the box because they had no fear that anybody would get open uh to make a play. And then even when they got open, there was a likelihood that they would drop the ball. And so I think Odell Beckham, again, if in name alone, when he steps on the field, he'll bring balance to that offense. You see, meaning Bateman doesn't have to come out this year and be focused on being the number one. Odell doesn't have to come out and be focused on being the number one. They both could be like 1As, right? One game, Odell is heavily targeted because of, getting open, things of that nature. Another game, it could be Rashad Bateman, being the guy, right? And so they can take some of the pressure off each other having to be that guy every down and on every play. Although they may want to be the guy every down, every play, with both of their presence on the field, they don't have to be. Okay. And so I think those are some benefits to having Odell on the team. And so I think that Odell also helps the run game, right? Before, guys would pay no attention to our wide receivers, especially if Bateman was out. And, again, like I said, they would stack the box. So it would cause a defense to at least honor Odell being on the field, honor Bateman being on the other side. And so now with the Mark Andrews and Nelson Aguilar patrolling the middle, it at least makes them just go to a basic 6 or 7 man front, which helps out the run game. And we know that the run game is certainly going to be a part of the Baltimore Ravens offense, because that's who they've been. But also, Todd Monken had a nice run game in Cleveland. So, and I think, also the last benefit is going to be that Odell Beckham will help these other receivers learn the offense pretty quickly. Todd Monken was Odell's coach when he was in Cleveland, a year that Odell went over 1,000 yards. And so he's going to understand route concepts. He's going to understand positioning on the field. He's going to understand timing, and he'll be able to help those younger wide receivers who are learning that new offense. He'll be able to help them adapt and adjust pretty quickly. And so I think those are some benefits to having Odell. So although I wasn't a fan of them going to get him, I'm at a point now where we don't have any other options. So let's go get him on the team. Let's get the off season really underway. And let's see what we can do in 2023. Of course, all this is in concert with Lamar Jackson still being a Raven, which is looking like that may happen only because he can't go anywhere right now, right? Everything is still filtered through the Ravens. And so, so at least if he's going to be there, you know, let's let's try and win, right? So listen, that's my take. Let me know what you guys want me to know. Whether Odell Beckham is a good fit, whether Odell Beckham can be productive and be beneficial, or if this is another attempt of the Baltimore Ravens bringing in a reclamation project of a veteran wide receiver. Excuse me. This is the GM. I'm J. Boulanger, and I'm out.